I think I have a thing for toxic energy. So I think there's still some more healing that I need to do because.
Now that's how you're supposed to shoot. From now on, that's how you shoot. Woo!
All right, welcome back to Two Person Shooter, where you like to get that raw, unfiltered commentary from your two favorite shooters. My name is Lulu954. I'm in the building with my dog, Jody Joe. You feel me?
Yeah.
And today we're about to go ahead and get into this topic. Apparently, Ari Lennox had an interview recently done, and she was saying that she sees now, I guess through her young years, that she wished that she was dating the nice guys instead of the toxic ones. And I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you, all right?
I think I have a thing for toxic energy. So I think there's still some more healing that I need to do because when I look back on all of these energies, it's a shame I gave them so much time and there were sweet energies that I didn't. Yeah. And so now I see those sweet energies getting married and starting families. I'm just like, dang, that probably could have been me if I recognized the security in those individuals at the time. And like now I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely feeling that now. I'm aware that there's something going on. There's something wrong.
What? Something wrong with whom?
You know that remind me of yourself now when I see all these sweet energies getting married. You know what it remind me of?
What?
The SpongeBob meme where Squidward is looking out the window. Patrick gets spilled.
SpongeBob having all types of fun.
That's her.
The niggas running around. Woo!
That's her right now, watching all the sweet niggas getting married and starting families, bro.
What do you think it is that attracts you to like toxic energy?
That dick.
I think they just seem really exciting at first. The chemistry is incredible. And they don't even always be fine. It's not even that like they're sexy or something. I mean, well, they're sexy, but they don't be the finest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's just an energy. Sometimes it's convenience, what we talk about. A lot of the sweeter energies that I felt like weren't for me. I could see myself falling asleep a little bit on the phone. So I don't know if that's like, if boring is good or not. Like, I'm trying to figure out what that means. Like,
it's the thrill.
Yeah.
It's the thrill of it.
Yeah.
What's
absolutely.
your sign?
Stupid. That's her sign. Stupid.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it but to do it. You just dumb. I think it falls to those categories. Like, okay, one thing about women, they so goddamn chaotic. They like chaos.
One thing was funny though. She think you think you're not discovering anything new. You feel me? You're not people be like, oh, you know, I think I got a thing for, and they no. I think I got a thing for toxic niggas. That's you and every woman.
Okay,
right? You ain't in a box by yourself. All right.
She just Christopher Columbus some goddamn water. Nigga.
Yeah. Nigga, what the fuck?
It's always been here, baby.
Listen, I'm not gonna group me in this motherfucker, but toxic niggas know that y'all got a thing for toxic niggas. That's why they keep toxicking. You feel me? I'm not going to stop what works for me. People always be like, yo, why does this nigga always get bitches? You feel me? He's such an asshole. He's such an asshole. But obviously, like, it works for someone. He keep hitting bitches. Obviously, that method is working. You feel me?
Listen, if the hezzy get him every single time, I'm gonna do the hezzy.
Why would it? Why change what ain't broke?
Yeah. But they like the chaos. And then if you ever notice too, every girl, if you dating a girl and she really likes you, what she always say to you, like, I can't stand you. You feel me? I can't stand you. That must mean you got to get on her nerves. There's some type of chaos to you that she sees it, but she still is interested in you.
I can't stand you. Let me give you the translation of what I can't stand you mean for women. I can't stand you means you irritate me and you think you all that, but I can't stand the fact that I find it attractive. I hate the fact that I hate your cockiness. You feel me? That's what I can't stand you really means when you break that shit down.
I hate that big ass ego you got.
Yeah.
But I love it too.
I love it too. You feel me?
It's a love-hate relationship with that.
Yeah. Toxic niggas is always going to win in the beginning. But one thing I want to tell you niggas who the nice niggas who maybe heard that you're a nice guy, whatever like that. One thing I will tell you, you do win in the end, but you have to understand, and I don't even want to pitch some red pill shit to you. You do have to be comfortable with understanding, yes, I do. You will win the baddie in the end, but you got to understand that it might be because she's tired from dating the niggas who done ran through her, and you seem like the safe choice. She always knew you was a safe choice. She just wasn't ready for that safe choice when she was in her younger years. Now when she's like, all right, look, I'm tired. You know what I mean? I ain't got the energy to keep up with the games and all that. And let me go ahead to the safe choice.
With the
now.
chaos, you feel me? So obviously you're no longer a safe choice to her when she gets older.
Yeah.
You become the better choice.
Yeah.
That's the difference. You feel me? When she's younger, you're safe. You're like, when you're younger, you don't do stuff safe. You like to play you like to be risky with life.
Yeah.
Now that she's older, she's like, no, I'm trying to do everything better. I want better food, better quality of food, better car, more fuel efficient. I want a better nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's when you fall into that category.
When I was younger, I used to look at the old heads, right? And they used to always be walking on treadmills, right? And I used to be like, as I was younger and I was vigorous, I'm like, why y'all niggas inside in the gym walking on treadmills? Let's get outside and run, you feel me? At the time when I was younger, I was like, nigga, outside running is more exciting. But now as I'm older, my back hurt a little bit. Them knees be acting different on days, you feel me? Nah, I be like, you know what? Running inside or walking inside don't seem like a bad choice no more, you feel me?
Listen,
I'm that nigga, you feel me?
It still gets the job done.
It gets the job done, you feel me?
You feel me? I ain't gotta deal with shitty weather. It be too hot.
It's
It start
boring.
raining.
I'm running in place and I'm looking at I'm in a stationary type of task, but it gets the job done just the same way outside got the job done, you feel me? And you gotta look at that when it comes to like you as a nigga. Like you are boring in a sense. You might not be as tantalizing. There's nothing exciting about you. You say you put money to your 401k. You spend wisely. You don't make dumb choices. You've done that your whole life, you feel me? And it amounts to this moment of where you are in life. That's what we call slow money. You feel me? In the streets, we call that slow money. We not excited by slow money. We like fast money. We like the Ferraris right now. You feel me? We like popping bottles in the club right now. We want it right now. And that's the problem with us. We have a problem with delayed gratification. You feel me? You are the delayed gratification. Younger women appreciate all those things that you took your time to work on later in life, nigga. Not at the moment right now. That's later in life shit. When I'm older and I'm looking for security, I'm looking for who to start a family with and all that, that's where you come into play now. You feel me?
That sounds so fucking horrible.
It is. But it sounds horrible, but that's just the reality of how life works, nigga.
But you know what's crazy too? Don't let the words coming out of Ari Lennox mouth let you niggas think that you niggas don't do it too. Men do the same shit too. Niggas when they want to be young, they want to be up on these hoes. Yeah. They want to be out here in these streets. They want to fuck everybody and they mama. Yeah. You feel me? But then once they start getting old, they be like, damn, I think I might need a wife. I might need someone to take care of me. Yeah. Y'all niggas on the same boat too.
Yeah, once you feel like, all right, man, it's time to hang up the jersey. Now you start looking for the prospects that you maybe kept in the corner. You feel me? Somewhere. But I'm gonna tell you one thing though. Once a dog, always a dog, bro. Like if you know you that nigga, that type of nigga, even if you want to settle down, dog. Even if you want to settle down, hoes can always spot a nigga that used to get pussy, bro. So they can always try to entice you to come back into that life. They gonna see you with your wife. You are married. Like, oh, you married? For real? Like y'all happy? Like, no, for real. Like, oh damn. And they gonna peep that energy. They gonna look at you. And they gonna look at your wife. I'm talking to the niggas who get pussy out here, by the way. They gonna look at you, and they gonna look at the woman who looks like you settled down with, and they gonna test that. They gonna be like, you ain't happy. Let me go ahead and break you out that. They gonna act like the government. You look like you need to be rescued with some freedom, all right? We gonna come in and exactly, you feel me?
And spread democracy. They call it that coochie.
They call the pussy is like democracy to them. Your country looks like it needs to be saved from that dictatorship that has you. Freedom.
Freedom in her lap.
They come in and swoop in and break up your happy home. You feel me? They're like, listen, I know a dog when I see a dog, and you a dog,
and you ain't happy. That dog,
you ain't happy.
You know how you walk by, you see those dogs. They be on the inside of that fence. They go to barking at everybody, or they look docile. Like they like, damn, if I could only run up and down the street like how I used to. You see, they got that chain on the back of their collar. You feel me? You be sitting here like, damn, I wish I could let this motherfucker free. You feel me? That's exactly what it's like. That's what they thinking. Like, listen, they gonna hop over that fence. And they gonna get that dog off. They get that collar off that dog. And they gonna let that dog roam the streets free.
Let me ask you something though. Like, since Ari Lennox, she's coming to that conclusion of like, I pass up on a lot of great niggas, right? Do you think that most women, when they reach that realization, that's like a actual conclusion that they come to, or they like, listen, yes, I passed upon the good niggas and I'm lonely now. But I would much rather be lonely than be with that boring ass nigga. Do you think a lot of women, because you hear it a lot from women, they be like, yeah, I passed upon a lot of niggas, but that's just the story of life. You feel me? They be happy with their decisions that they made. You feel me?
They don't have a problem with not being with the person. The problem is the FOMO. Everyone else is happy with their partner. They don't have that. That's what it mainly is. That's what I've seen in those cases. Because thing is, like, everyone else, they're like, oh, they getting married, they having children. Like, damn, I would like to be in a similar space as that. I don't give a fuck about who the nigga is, but I would like to be in a similar space as that.
Let me tell you, this goes back to the point I made about the nigga who used to get bitches, and like girls who been there on the streets, they can smell that nigga. And like, this goes to the men who marry a girl who used to be out there also. I got a great story. This happened to me in my life. There was this girl who I met one time. You feel me? She was married, had a house and everything like that. But the nigga she was obviously married to, I realized that is not your typical nigga that you go for. You feel me? I sensed that all through the party. You feel me? It's like, yo, they've been together since like they was a kid and shit like that. I like it. Nah, nigga, they have some breaks in between that, whatever. Cause I'm like, I know
it always shows.
I know a Miami party girl from a mile away. She knew like shit South Florida songs. This girl, and they didn't live in South Florida anymore. She knew South Florida songs where I was like, nah, you had to date a nigga to know these songs. You had to been in these streets to know them songs. You feel me? You was with a trapper one time. You was with somebody. But that is the only way you know these songs. But I just kept getting that the whole night. I like, nah, bro. Son keep telling me that she used to be out there on these streets and she's getting that urge to get back on these streets. You feel me?
She out here looking up in the Raptors like, I wonder if my jersey still fits.
Yeah. So that's one thing you always got to worry about dating a girl who used to be out there on the streets. Yes, you might have locked her down and shit like that. She's settled. She's settled in that secure life. But if that nigga come around who used to get her out her character, like back in the days, if he come around, nigga, and Lord, don't let y'all be fighting. Don't let y'all be in a disagreement. But if that nigga come around who is him to her in her eyes, she going. I'm gonna tell you that right now, boy. She going. Your girl is going.
Gone.
Your girl is going.
Gone with the wind.
We're not saying she's gonna leave you. I'm not saying that, but she is going for that one night, 100%. Don't let your girl go on no girls trip. They don't go to girls trip. They don't go to Jamaica. They gonna get their feet rubbed on, like, and it's gonna be all on your dime. It's gonna be. I'm not.
Another thing about this too, there was another interview that she had on the Breakfast Club. She was talking about one of the issues when she was having a big disagreement with a gentleman she was having, and it seems that it seems like that whole it adds to this whole thing as well of like maybe the wholesome guy is not the person that she wanted to deal with. The man was sitting here trying to be like, let's pray together. She was like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
They're like, what's the problem?
If y'all listen, watch the Pop the Balloon. Arlette. Just watch Arlette's Pop the Balloon. And it will tell you, do not listen to any of the words that come out of these women's mouth. Follow the actions. Do not pay attention to the words. The reason why I say that, because every single one of them get up there when they be like, well, Arlette be like, so what kind of man are you looking for? Well, I'm looking for a God-fearing, someone who's patient with me, yada, yada, yada. They say all this fluffer shit, right? Right? And that exact nigga will come out, or that exact nigga will be in a lineup. Pop. Pop. Nope. Pop. Why? It'll be the exact nigga she just described when she was up there.
And then she'll be like, well, why do you popped on him? I didn't like his pants. Maybe these ain't glued to my body. I can take these off.
Now let the nigga who is him come out. And by him, we mean like you meet the standards of what you would consider universally attractive or have some type of appeal to you. Let that nigga come out. He could be disastrous. He ain't got no job. He be like, I'm an atheist, nigga. Like, he be like,
he said, I worship the devil.
He'll straight up be like, listen, I'm a rapper. You gonna support this lifestyle. Let that nigga come out and let him be him. all those requirements will go out the window. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I watch some shows where that nigga Himothy will come out and these bitches will start talking like they in an interview now, nigga. Like they answer questions like they are in an interview. This is no longer a date no more. Nigga be like, and nigga get out there like, okay, how many children y'all got? I had one, but the baby father is dead and he's not gonna be an issue. like they be
Quick, precise, and straight to the goddamn point.
They'll pop on the previous nigga who be like, nah, my deal breaker is any girl who got kids. They'll be like, oh, if you don't like kids, get the fuck up out of here. Let that nigga who's Himothy come out and be like, I don't really mess with girls who got kids. They'll still keep their balloon and be like, yeah, I was just hoping you come around though, because you know the kid is in my life, but it's only on the weekends. I don't even really like that little nigga either.
I'm not sure it's my baby.
I mean, we bonded by blood, but you know, blood ain't really anything nowadays. You know what I mean?
It can be diluted. You know how it goes. It's not like we got the same kidneys or nothing.
Yeah, so believe all actions, don't believe words, man.
So let us know down in the comments below if you feel like you have ever been attracted to toxic energies before. I know I have.
We all is. We all guilty of that motherfucker. The real talent is having the wherewithal to understand this is for fun and it's not for a lifetime. What that Drake code is, I'm here for a short time.
Not a long time.
Yeah, you feel me? You got to understand that when it comes to toxic energies, man.
All right, man. 2-person shooter, man. We out of here.
Now that's how you supposed to shoot. From now on, that's how you shoot. Whoa! Oh, I want my next partner to shoot just like that.